Hi guys, my name's Barry and welcome back to the channel. Unfortunately, I still don't have a review for The Exorcist Believer because I still haven't seen the movie, and I genuinely believe there's some forces behind the scenes that's saying that I just can't see this movie, and I don't know what the reason is. I'll go back to when I was supposed to see this movie the first time. I was supposed to go and see this movie in an advanced screening in London on Tuesday the 3rd of October. I was invited to the screening for it, and it was going to be in a church of all places. It sounded absolutely amazing, and unfortunately I just couldn't go. I couldn't get the time off work to get down to London to go and see the movie. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to go and see it at the weekend that it comes out on the Friday. I couldn't go and see it on Friday because I had things on. So I was going to go and see it today, which is Saturday the 7th. Yeah, Saturday the 7th, I was going to go and see it. But again, forces were against me. Oh gosh. Now, I'm what you would probably call an agnostic. I'm sure that's the term for it. Someone who doesn't believe in God, but also doesn't not believe in God. They just don't have an opinion. I could be classed as an atheist as well, but I think more an agnostic because I don't deny God. I'm not a religious person, but I don't say that people who are religious are wrong. They've got their own beliefs, whereas I don't have any beliefs, so I have no right to say something's real and something's not. So I'm what you would probably call an agnostic. However, with the events that's happened leading up to today, I'm starting to believe that there's something out there at work that's causing me not to see this movie. It could be because maybe it's a bad film. I genuinely don't know. But I'll tell you a story about today. I said to myself, I'm going to go and see The Exorcist Believer today because I need to see it and review it. So I booked my tickets to the train. I didn't want to take the car, and I knew it was raining. We've got a weather warning in Glasgow just now. So I booked the tickets to see the movie. So I booked the tickets for the train. I thought I'm not going to book the tickets for the movie until I'm actually there. So I booked the tickets for the train. I left the house to go to the train station. Now the way I normally go, there was flooding, but I thought, I'm going to walk down there because it doesn't look too bad. Halfway down the street, which takes quite a while to get there, there was a massive flood and I couldn't get through that road. It was literally closed without any signs. So I had to walk all the way back. Now there's 3 ways to get to my train station, and the first way I chose was completely out of bounds. So I had to walk all the way back and all the way round to the second option, and that was also flooded. And I thought, if I don't go this way, I'm going to miss my train. So I had to walk through some of the puddle bits, but there was this little walkway leading into someone's garden. So I thought, I'm going to walk through that because it was higher up. So I had to climb through a fence and hold on. This is me, a 39-year-old adult, holding on to this fence to get past the puddle. But there was a post box in the way, a little grey post box that the postmen use, and I held on to that to walk round it. But for some random reason, the post box fell over. And this is a metal pole that's holding on. Now, this thing's been here for 100 years. And here's me walking down after 100 years of this thing being there, holding on to it and it falling over. And because it fell over, I then fell into the puddle and got absolutely soaked. And at that point, I said to myself, should I just abandon this because things are falling over that shouldn't fall over? I'm absolutely soaked. But I thought, do you know what? I'm close to the train station. I'm just going to do it. So I went towards the train station I was soaking anyway. So I went to the train station and it said that my train was delayed by 20 minutes. And I'm like, that's just my luck. I could have went the third option and maybe just not got soaked, or maybe I would. But okay, the train's delayed. I can still make it. So I sat there for 20 minutes in the soaking rain. And after 20 minutes, the train thing said, apologies, the train's being cancelled. And I was like, that's absolutely bollocks. I cannot believe I waited 20 minutes. I'm soaking. I was pulling down post boxes and everything, and only for the train to be cancelled. I could have sat there again and waited for the next train, but the chances are that would probably be cancelled as well. So I thought to myself, it's done. I can't see this film. There's forces at work here that's saying you're not going to see this movie. In all my years going to the cinema to see films, and all my years reviewing movies as well, I don't think I've ever had an experience like The Exorcist Believer. It is, and I genuinely think there's something at work here. I think I've became a believer and not seeing The Exorcist Believer. That's how bizarre this situation is. So I've still not seen the movie. I'm still not able to review it. And I think I've gotten to the point where I'm like, do you know what? It's getting a little bit too late now to review the film. By the time I see it now, nobody's going to want to see a review for it anyway because it's getting bad reviews. So I've got a funny feeling that I'm not going to go and see this movie now. I'll probably just wait for the streaming. And I think a lot of people who have seen the film will maybe think, do you know what? It's not worth going to see at the cinema. It was worth it for me at the time because I'm a believer of going to see a movie and having my own opinion on it. I have seen a lot of really bad reviews for it, and I've seen some good reviews for it as well, but I wanted to make my own mind up and let you guys know what I thought. But unfortunately now, because of all this thing that's been happening, I'm not going to be able to do that now. So I guess this video is a replacement for my review for The Exorcist Believer, and it's probably going to be a more interesting one because what I want to know from you guys is that it's spooky season, it is October. Has anything strange happened to you, especially around Halloween time? Has there been something that's happened to you that you thought, this is happening because it's not supposed to be. It's just not supposed to be. Now, I'm going to be looking at the news tonight and even tomorrow morning. Could you imagine if something, hopefully touch wood, nothing bad happens, but could you imagine something bad happened in the area where I was supposed to be for The Exorcist Believer? It's almost like it's supposed to be me not to go there, or maybe I've cheated death in some way. Some things happen for a reason, and it's so bizarre. I'm not a superstitious person. I'm not a religious person, like I said. So who knows what the future holds for what was supposed to happen on today's date? You never know. But leave your comments down below, guys. If you've got any experiences of things that just happened that are way out of your control and it just cancels everything you wanted to do, anything like that, leave it down below. Share your stories, I would say. It is October, it is spooky season, so I want to get scared anyway, guys. So leave those down below and we can talk about it. And as always, thanks a lot for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you soon.
Meeting adjourned.
I'll be right back.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Coming to get you, Barbara.
Ever played Skin the Cat?
Someone's in the back!